We planned it for months. Me, Mike, Jenna, Sophie, and Ethan. 5 best friends desperate for escape. Between stressful jobs, deadlines, and city life, a weekend hiking in the mountains sounded perfect. None of us knew anything about Devil's Pass before Ethan stumbled across it online. The reviews promised incredible views and absolute solitude. The perfect place to unwind. We should have paid closer attention to the warnings hidden in those old online forums. The trip started perfectly. Sunlight filtering through pine branches, fresh air, laughter echoing down winding trails. Ethan joked about bears. Jenna took endless pictures, and Mike led the group confidently, map in hand. But when we finally reached Devil's Pass, things felt immediately different. The pass appeared suddenly, an unnatural gap between 2 towering mountains. The narrow opening twisted away into darkness, its rocky walls smooth and sheer. Ethan hesitated, a troubled expression crossing his face. "I don't like this," he muttered softly. "Something feels off." Mike laughed. "It's just a canyon, Ethan. Stop worrying. We'll cut through in an hour." Reluctantly, Ethan followed us inside. Within minutes, the temperature dropped dramatically. The warm sunshine vanished behind thick gray clouds, and an unsettling silence fell over the group. Birds stopped singing. Even the wind seemed afraid to blow here. Halfway through, Jenna stopped abruptly. "Look," she whispered nervously. A torn, dirty backpack lay abandoned at the trail's edge. Sophie cautiously picked it up, emptying its contents onto the rocky ground. An old leather-bound journal fell out. Sophie opened it slowly, her face pale as she flipped through stained pages. "Listen to this," she murmured, reading aloud. "We can't leave. It won't let us go. It hides in the dark. I'm sorry." We glanced uneasily at each other, the eerie silence pressing closer. Mike tried laughing it off, but nobody joined him. We moved forward, anxious to leave the canyon, but soon realized something was horribly wrong. The trail we'd entered from was gone. Instead, we were trapped. Surrounded by featureless cliffs and darkness, panic set in fast. We shouted for help, our desperate calls echoing uselessly. That night, the whispers began. They came softly at first, floating just beyond our firelight. Dozens of voices whispering unintelligibly. Ethan stared wide-eyed into the shadows, trembling. "Do you hear them?" he whispered. Nobody answered, but we all did. The voices continued, mocking and whispering secrets, impossible to ignore. Sleep became impossible. We huddled together, praying for daylight. When dawn finally broke, Jenna was gone. There were no footprints, no signs of struggle. She'd simply vanished. Ethan's screams echoed off the canyon walls, but the whispers only laughed. The next night, Sophie disappeared. Her torn jacket lay abandoned beside our dying campfire. Mike became frantic, screaming for her until his voice broke. Ethan sat quietly, muttering that we'd all soon vanish. The whispers grew louder, more insistent, like they were feeding on our fear. On the 3rd night, Ethan disappeared. Mike and I promised to stay awake, to protect each other. But exhaustion won. When I opened my eyes in the gray morning, Mike was nowhere to be found. I was alone, surrounded by shadows and voices of my lost friends whispering my name. For days, or what felt like days, I wandered the canyon, starving and weak, pleading to escape or to join my friends. But the whispers just laughed, endlessly. Then suddenly, impossibly, the path appeared again. The same path we had entered through days earlier. Barely alive, I staggered out, collapsing into the arms of startled rescuers. I had been missing 2 weeks. Authorities searched thoroughly, but Devil's Pass was nowhere to be found. They told me trauma caused hallucinations, that I'd invented this nightmare, but they're wrong. I know. Then, one night, it happened. I woke to complete silence, The sky outside was pitch black. No stars, no moonlight. From somewhere in the darkness, I heard familiar whispers. My blood ran cold. Help us. Come back. Please. I opened my eyes and felt dread wash over me. I wasn't home anymore. I stood once again at the entrance of Devil's Pass. Behind me, the path vanished instantly, trapping me inside. Welcome back, Mike's twisted voice echoed, cold and mocking. Shadows took shape. My friends distorted into sinister forms corrupted by the darkness. You're not real, I said, backing away in terror. Oh, but we are, Sophie hissed. And soon, you'll join us. In that horrifying moment, I realized the truth. Devil's Pass didn't kill. It transformed. It consumed souls, turning them into puppets trapped forever. Then, with a sudden roar, the darkness retreated. I woke gasping on my apartment floor, heart pounding. Dawn broke gently outside my window, the whispers finally gone. But Devil's Pass is patient, waiting quietly until the next victim arrives. Maybe it'll be you. If you ever find yourself staring into a strange, dark canyon that feels out of place, turn around, walk away, and never enter Devil's Pass. Don't forget to subscribe.